Your game day routine is very important to your success, in my opinion. But if you don't use it well enough, now it could also be damaging a little bit. Having a certain game day routine is not a bad thing to motivate you better for the game and just make you more consistent. I think every footballer have this a little bit. Sometimes you listen to the same song or wear the same shoes before the game, eat the same food. And I think if you don't have a game day routine, in my opinion, you should have it. If you created yourself a routine and you cannot follow it for that particular game, I think that will be a problem for you. And especially if you're not a professional football player, it's gonna be very hard for you to consistently follow your game day routine because you're not gonna be staying at the clubhouse, you're not gonna be getting fed by your club cooks to give you the same food every time or just prepare you the same way as every game. And in this video, I will help you create the game day routine that you need and you know you're gonna be consistent at it. Have you ever wondered why footballers only step on the pitch on the same foot or touch the ground as they're stepping up to the field? You can call this a routine or some sort of a ritual, all the same thing. First of all, the best way to create routines for your games is to separate your games into importance of them. For the games that are not as important, you can choose more risky routine where you eat the same food the day before or the day of the game, do the same stretching moves at home, go to bed at the same time the night before the game. So this kind of stuff is more risky because you never know what's going to happen the day before or during the game, whether if you're going to school or if you're working before the game and you just can't do the same stretching moves because you don't even go to home before the game, or you don't eat the same food because you just don't have the same food to cook for that particular game. And this kind of stuff, you can be more flexible with your routines when the games are not important, because if you miss one of those steps, you know it's not going to affect you in a bad way when it comes to the games. Here where it gets a bit more complicated if the games are very important. So this is exactly when you're gonna need to be very consistent and you're gonna need to make sure that you can follow your routine. Otherwise, because you already put so much pressure on yourself when it comes to the important games, you're gonna need to do everything you can to make your games as consistent as possible. Basically, just listen to the same music before every game. All you gotta do is just put the headphones on and just turn it on and listen. Very simple. Have the same snack before every game. You don't have to put too much effort to it, and if you can't go home to eat the same food, at least you're getting the same snack. Every time when you're about to step up on the pitch, use the same foot to step up on the pitch or sweep the ground with your hand. Very simple, and you know you can do this every game, and you know you're not gonna leave your routine for that particular game and it's not going to screw up you mentally. And this kind of stuff for important games is very important because you know you're going to be very consistent. You don't need to put too much effort and you can follow your routine very consistently. After a while, you're going to be able to come up with your own routine where you know, let's say you step up on the pitch with your dominant foot, right foot, let's say, and the game wasn't good, you didn't play very good and your team lost. Now you can change next game. You're gonna need the consistency, you're gonna need the routine to be able to feel consistent on the pitch and feel like the ritual is actually helping you out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, subscribe to my channel with the notifications on. You can also find my playlist right over here. Thanks for tuning in and I will see you next time.